관리 번호 1번 수업실연 시작하겠습니다. Now, are you ready to jump into our main activities? Alright, today your attention is really good. Let's keep this up. Okay, now, what was our topic for today? Can everyone tell me again, please? Thank you for your loud and clear voice. The topic was child performers should be banned. Should be banned. Okay, so you may agree with the topic or you may disagree with the topic, and we will talk about that as we read the text. Okay, so let's go into our reading. Like we always do, how many times do we read the text? Anybody? 2 times, yes, right. So when we read for the first time, we circle the words we don't know. Okay, so I'll give you 3 minutes to circle the words you don't know. And after you circle, what do you do? Anybody? Yes, Hijin over there? Yes, we try to guess the meaning of the word from the context. Thank you, Hijin, for your amazing memory, right? So, try to guess the meaning. I'll give you 3 minutes. Let's go. Time's up, everybody. Who needs more time? Okay, everyone's good. Let me hear some words you don't know. Don't worry, you can say any words you want. I think I hear exploit. And, yes, portray. And one more, please. Right. Yes, this can be a hard one too. All right, let's look at these words together. Look at exploit first. Try to guess from the context, okay? Look at the context for a minute. Can anybody guess from context? Yes, Suji over there. Great guess, Suji. Suji said it means treat badly. How did you guess, Suji? It was hard. Suji read an article about some agents exploiting, treating badly some child performers. Okay. And let's move on to portray. How about portray? Can anybody guess? This can be hard. If you cannot guess from the context, you can think of some words that looks similar to the word, like portrait. What is portrait? Does anybody know? Yes, Sumin. Portrait is a drawing of somebody. And portray is the verb version of that. So portray means draw. Okay? So like this, it is a strategy to think of some similar words to guess the meaning. Okay, so keep that in mind. Let's move on to fright. Can anybody guess? Yes, Minjong. Great guess. So how did you guess, Minjong? Minjong guessed from the context because it said excessive pressure and stress. So, fright means pressure and stress. Okay, all right. We looked up the words together. Now we can read the text for the second time. And when we read for the second time, what do we focus on, everyone? For details. Thank you for your loud and clear voice, everyone. We look for details. So when you look for details this time, you're going to classify, separate the sentences into pro and con. Okay? I can see some confused faces. Don't worry, I will explain. Read the sentence and figure out if it is a pro or con. Okay? Pro means you agree to the topic. Agree to the topic. And con means you disagree with the topic. Okay? Let's do the first one as an example. Possibility of being exploited by agents and parents. That is agreeing to the topic or disagreeing to the topic. Agreeing to the topic. Yes, I can see some people nodding. Okay, so you can check pro like this. Okay? After checking, if you have some extra time, you can fill in the blanks below the sentences. Okay, let's go. Oh, I'll give you 10 minutes. Let's go. How are you doing this group? Oh, you already finished checking. All right, move on to filling the blanks. Great job. Time's up, everybody. Who needs more time? Okay, everyone's finished. Now, we looked at some reasons about supporting or not supporting the topic. And now, I'm sure you're all excited to talk about your own opinion. Okay? All right, so that would be our speaking activity. You will talk in groups of 5. Groups of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you, one group, second group, and the last group over there. Who's not in groups? Everyone's in group? Okay. All right. Now, in your groups, first discuss amongst yourself and decide one side. Decide one side. Okay? So you are 5 of you, so talk whether you agree or disagree in your groups and decide whether your group is pro or con to the topic. Okay? And then choose 2 best supporting ideas. All right? So before we start, let me remind you our group rule that we do always. Can anybody tell me the meaning of these words? Anybody? Yes, Minji at the back. Please call them out loud and clear. Active participation. Be a listener and care for others, okay? So if there is a quiet person in your group, don't exclude them in the discussion, but talk to them more. Okay? I'll give you 15 minutes. Let's go. How are you doing? Okay, you have some difficulties about deciding. Okay, this is a fun time discussing. So you can decide one group leader from your group, and then your group leader can lead the discussion more. Okay? All right. Time's up, everybody. Who needs more time? Okay, great. Now, we finished talking about it. It's time to write about it, okay? Because we have performance assessment next week, and that is about persuasive writing. So today is practicing persuasive writing. Okay, now, so what you write today will go to the portfolio. So after this, please upload in your portfolio so I can read it and give you some feedback. Okay? All right. So before we write, I'll show you a model text on the screen. Click. At the back, can you see the screens, Okay, great. So look at my writing for a second. And don't you think it is divided into 3 parts? I can see you nodding. Okay, so what's in the first part, everyone? Yes, there is my side, whether I am pro or con. So that's called the introduction part. Introduction part. Okay, what's in the second part? It's the biggest part. What's in the second part? Anybody? Yes, Sungmin? Okay, I have my supporting ideas. That's called the body part. You're doing very well, everyone. Last one. What's the last one, anybody? Yes, Jimin? Okay, I have my conclusion, okay? So I summarize my idea. And that's the conclusion part of the writing. Okay? Very active participation, everyone. Good. Now, this is the organization of the writing. Organization. So, I'll give you the guideline when you write. Okay. 1. Please keep this organization. And secondly, write 5 or more sentences. Okay? All right. And lastly, use transition expressions. Transition expressions. You might be saying, what's transition expressions? But you've already seen it in my screen in my yellow writings. Focus on the yellow writings for a second. Okay. And you can see that those words are the ones that separate these parts. Okay, can you see? In the beginning of the body part, there is first and second. Can you see the yellow part? I can see you nodding. Okay, and before the conclusion, what do you see? Anybody? Yes, Taeyong? You see in conclusion. Okay, so you can see in yellow parts, first, second, and in conclusion. Okay, these are called the transition expressions because it changes the writing from introduction to body to conclusion. Is that clear, everybody? Okay, so your guideline is to keep this organization, introduction, body, and conclusion, and write 5 or more sentences, and then use transition expressions. Okay, now I'll give you 15 minutes to write. Let's go. How are you doing this group? Oh, you already finished your writing. Okay. I read your writing and I think you can revise the conclusion part a little bit more. Is that good? Okay, nice job. How are you doing this group? Oh, you seem a little quiet. Oh, you don't know that word. Don't worry. Flip the page and you'll see some words and expressions you can use. Is that good? All right. Time's up, everybody. Now, I walked around the classroom and read your writings. And I can give you some tips, 2 tips that you can upgrade your writing. Okay? So, one tip is some people wrote introduction and conclusion with the same sentence. It needs to be different. Okay, so don't write it in the same sentence. Okay, and one more is that when you write your introduction, you can start without a transition expression. Okay, so introduction, you don't have to write your transition expressions. Okay, because it's the first part of the writing. All right, now I think your participation today was excellent. Let's move on to our next step. 이상입니다.